Welcome back, Love Stylers. I'm Misty. Today we're going to be talking about Keto 2.0. What the heck is that, Misty? I've never heard of that. It's something I'm just using to explain how awesome it can be. If you're on keto and you want to kick it into gear, you can just add a little more protein into your diet and call it Keto 2.0. When you lose all the weight, your friends are going to ask you, and you can use this if you want. So it's basically keto, the keto diet, where we're concentrating on keeping the carbs out, keeping the sugar out of our diet, healing our body from the inside. I've been on Carnivore for a year and a half now, which is just Keto 2.0 plus, and eating a lot more protein and meat in my diet. And I have healed eczema. I've stayed off of the alcohol, healed some food addictions got off soda, and many other things that I will talk about in this video. Fat loss, of course, higher sex drive, better hair, teeth, nails, and skin, and so many things. I want to thank you for subscribing. You know, I feel like my subscribers are stuck at 302. And if you want to challenge me to not question the algorithm of YouTube, subscribe. Just hit the button that says subscribe. Just the touch of a button, guys, to see if this thing is stuck on 302. I could use some more subscribers, but I'm not going to beg. If you like diet stuff, if you want to lose weight this year, keep tuning in. Every Monday we have a new show, and we want to thank you for listening to Black Eyed Soul. That's my husband and my band, and we record right here in this room. Check it out. Free music. blackeyedsoul.com if you want to check out what we look like too while we're recording. You know, sometimes you're on keto for a long time. You're eating your salads. Of course, you're putting your meat in your salads, I hope. And you are cleaning up your lifestyle and your body. You are healing the gut microbiome situation in your stomach, in your gut, healing leaky gut, hopefully getting rid of some of the toxins in your body, which will help you get rid of cellulite, ladies. The more toxins you get rid of, the faster your cellulite disappears. I can attest to this. I'm not going to show you my thighs because I still have a ways to go. I'm going to keep going. And we're adding more protein in our life if you want to take advantage of the things that we know today about protein. And we're talking salmon, beef, pork, chicken, any kind of seafood you want. Eat until you're full. Include butter in your life. Don't be afraid of the butter. Include pink salt in your diet too. So the fundamentals of Keto 2.0 / meat-based lifestyle / carnivore, what have you, whatever you want to call it that makes you feel better. You're cleaning up your body, which means you're going to clean up your life little by little, get rid of the toxins, heal your gut, so you can finally lose weight. Now, a lot of people do this backwards. They go on keto. They lose 100 pounds in a year. You've seen these people. It's amazing. And it's still a step in the right direction. However, sometimes they gain it back and no one wants to talk about it. And then you can't even really ask them, how are you doing on your diet? You've been losing so much weight because you notice they gain the weight back and then you just avoid them altogether. And this is sad. You know, they were on top of the world when they were losing weight on keto, but they've had some things go on in their life, maybe, or they've fallen off the wagon and just started to invite the carbs and the processed foods back into their life, and they need to step it up again. We can do this together. If it helps you, get yourself a diet friend. Go to the gym, go walking together, pump each other up, an accountability partner, I think they call it. So we're doing protein rich, we know. Lots of meat of any kind, seafood included. We're including eggs and butter. We're eating bacon and not worrying about things. And it feels nice, besides the fact that you feel satiated or full. So what things are we not eating? So that seems obvious, but we'll go through it real quick. We don't want carbs. We don't want sugar in our life. We're staying away from processed foods. Anything in a package we do not want. Pork rinds is the exception to the rule. And sometimes a little peanut butter comes in a jar. I think that's okay. Or sunflower butter's even better. Keep it in the box with the nut butters and the nuts. But some things come in a package that are okay for you. But mostly, we're staying away from packaged foods. We're staying away from processed foods. Take the time, guys, to turn it around. If you're going to buy something in a package that says keto or low carb or Atkins, look at the ingredients. No one talks about ingredients that much in this space. And, when you see a list this long of ingredients, that's not where you want to be headed. Let's head the other way. The worst thing for this is diet soda. The worst thing for this is regular soda. And the worst thing for this are all of the energy drinks out there. They have 30 ingredients. Count them if you don't believe me. And these are not healthy ingredients, people. The only healthy ingredient in a diet soda is water. But when you add all the crap on top of it, they are chemicals. And your body has to try and work off those chemicals. Think about it for a second. It makes sense. Your body has to work off all of those chemicals, metabolize those chemicals before it could ever think of burning off fat. So when you take the chemicals out of your life, you take away the packaged foods, sugar, bad oils like vegetable oil, soybean oil is in so many things. Please start reading your labels. You will be floored by this. It's a hard truth, I must admit. When I started reading labels, I'm going on 4 years, keto into carnivore here, 4 years total. Of course, I quit drinking first. I highly recommend no alcohol. And I might save that for a special video. And I have 2 other alcohol videos. Check them out. Maybe we can put one here. Maybe we can throw one over here. They're very interesting about my journey because I used to drink a lot. But back to all the things we're not having. We're not doing starches anymore. Pasta, rice, and potatoes are off the table until you can heal your gut. And if you want to introduce a little sweet potato now and then, it's probably not going to kill you. A lot of people use this as a bridge to get off of potatoes. And I even tried that. It's not so bad. Sweet potatoes, one of the better potatoes. If you must use them, do it sparingly, guys. But we're staying away from starches too. And starch just turns into sugar into the body. And we don't want sugar at all. If some people are doing a low carb, it's very, very, very hard to do no carb. So low carb is the principle here. If there's a little bit of sugar in something, under 5 grams, under 1 gram, this is the kind of things, the kind of changes we can make. There are like ketchups out there that have, I think 15 grams per tablespoon. Look for one that has under 5 per tablespoon if that helps you. And these are the little side things that we don't think add up like they do and create sludge in the body. And this can catch up to you. And that's what happened to me. I lost 55 pounds in 8 sizes with the combination of the keto diet. Now on to carnivore, 1.5 years now. And Keto 2.0 is a nice way to explain the transition that I made between the 2 diets. And it's a very easy lifestyle to live, guys. We're concentrating on the main parts of our diet being protein first. Make that the main part of your meal. You can have a little vegetable. These are nutrient-dense things that we're switching over to. Eat until you're full, I say. Don't bother measuring. Put the scale away. Give yourself a break. We're just humans trying to live in this paradise without getting too aggravated along the way. And this way you can sustain this type of lifestyle and become your best version. When you add more protein to your diet, which is what I recommend trying, again, if you're on keto and you're eating a lot more vegetables than you are of meat, I'm going to tell you, if you've slowed down, if you're still having some problems, if you're still on medication, we can fix this. I used to be on blood pressure medication for years. And, medication is just another form of chemicals in your body that are foreign to the body. They are not natural. So let's try to get off our medications and start adding more meat onto our plates. I promise you, and I've said this before, but I'm going to repeat it. I promise you, if you come to the dinner table and you add a plate of bacon to the mix with the meat you're already having for the evening or even lunch, I promise you no one's going to be mad at you for bringing more bacon over. Now, if you want to eat it all for yourself, that's fine. But if you want to share it with the kids, if you want to share it with your husband or wife, they're not going to be mad at you, I promise. So, a little bit more meat in the diet. We're pulling away from so many vegetables. Some of us are finding better health by doing this. I want you to consider this. Now, vegetables are a funny thing. They have plenty of nutrients. They are a better choice than most things on the planet. And when you mix your protein, which is the most nutrient density you can get for the human body, and you mix that with the next most nutrient dense thing, which are vegetables, into the mix, you add your pink salt to the mix, you have a delicious meal. You are full after that, guys, but you have the most nutrient density you can get in a sitting. And that's going to help heal your guts. And, we always want to drink water. I am not here to promote any other drink on this planet besides water that has this many ingredients that your body has to work off before it can get to burning off the fat. And I am pretty strict about the water thing. That's all I drink except for in the morning when I have my coffee. Now, coffee is one of those controversial issues in the low-carb space. Some of us drink it, some of us don't. Some of us put some dairy in there, which is heavy whipping cream for me. And I didn't even mention dairy. Dairy is part of the whole mix, guys. You don't want to overdo it with the dairy. If I couldn't have cheese, though, I would never do this diet. And so cheese, have some cheese. It's part of your meal. There's a lot of protein in cheese. And there are nutrients that are okay for you. And there are enzymes in cheese, don't forget. That is a fermented food. A lot of people will also add fermented vegetables into the mix, like pickles, pickled okra. I had some this week, and it really kind of makes your electrolytes stay balanced. You just feel good when you add some things that have been fermented. Sauerkraut is great, or kimchi. Yogurt, if you make your own, or get a very, very low sugar yogurt. I like the Too Good brand, it's called. That is the lowest of the low. It has a few ingredients. They're not too bad. That's one of the packaged foods I do allow sometimes. And these things can help you. So meat, we got our veg. We forgot to talk about eggs. Misty, why didn't you talk about eggs? You want to try to get free-range eggs if you can afford them. If not, get the regular eggs. It's still better than the alternative of eating crap. And so we have free-range eggs in the mix with our meat and our vegetables. We got some bacon in the mix if you want to make things very fun. And butter, of course. Don't be afraid of your butter. We're drinking water. We're including our pink salt. We're getting our sleep. And we're keeping our electrolytes balanced by making sure we drink enough water to keep the body hydrated. When your body is in homeostasis, guys, that's where it likes to be. That's when stuff starts to happen for you. That's when the fat comes off. That's when the cellulite starts to look a little more tolerable for us ladies. I don't know if I'll ever get rid of all of it, but I'm happy with getting rid of most of it. I'm 48, so I have a feeling some's going to hang around, but I'm going to try to go the other way with it. I'm going to try to get rid of that cellulite. Your sex drive goes up, ladies. Since we're talking about being older and being female, no one talks about sex drive. I'm here to tell you it goes up. We get back into these kind of things that we liked when we were younger, and I'm not afraid to talk about it, although my face might be pink. So if you want to lose weight this year, guys, stick with me. We have new shows every Monday. Thank you for listening to our music, Black Eyed Soul. And I do want to thank you for subscribing, and I want to leave you with this thought. If you forget everything I said in this video, even though you should watch my other videos, and subscribing would really help the algorithm in my favor. I sometimes don't know if you guys want to know this stuff from me. I'm struggling with it. So subscribe if you like what I'm doing. New shows every Monday about diet right now, about carnivore, about Keto 2.0, and about low carb lifestyle living and making things easier in your life. You know, I didn't talk about the mental clarity that you get when you start to clean the toxins out of your body. Your brain starts to function 2.0, and you know, your focus comes back from some of the things you used to like to do. And if you're an artist like I am, it's important to have your mental clarity in check so you could thrive while you're trying to pursue your art, while you're trying to become your best version and ascend. And this is what low carb living is all about. It can be had. I'm so much happier than I was a few years ago. I'm going to do a video on my 1.5-year journey on carnivore since I started adding more meat into my diet. And I want to leave you with this: water, salt, and sleep. My first favorite trifecta. My other favorite trifecta: meat, vegetables, and fats, which are healthy fats like butter. You can do a little coconut oil or olive oil. These are the principles. You're staying away from soda. You're staying away from energy drinks. You're staying away from things that come in a packet that you pour into your water that seem like they're going to be like this healthy electrolyte thing. There's tons of ingredients in there, guys. I made this mistake. Don't make this mistake. And we'll see you next time on Love Style. Peace.